That's right. All along, the belief has been that there is a dwindling fortune as far as reading culture in Nigeria is concerned. In other words, that we have not mastered the reading culture. But on the other hand, I want to say that there are lots of advocacies, such as the program that we are doing right now, that are aimed at reversing that order so that the reading culture, reading habits amongst Nigerians can be well established. And that is what we are doing today.
Okay, with what you have seen, would you say that Nigeria has actually improved in reading culture?
Oh, definitely. We are not doing badly. Like I said earlier, yes, it has been that we don't have that habit of reading as compared with people from other climes where anywhere you see them, they are reading. Any point you meet them, they are reading. If they are in a transport, if they are in a bus, a coach, a train, traveling from one destination to another, you see that everybody has pieces of materials in his or her hand to be reading. Some people even have something like a novel in such a way that before they get to a destination from where they are coming from, they would have almost finished the book. That you do not see amongst us Nigerians. The reason being that it is not our culture. So most of the time, what you see them doing is to sit away their time, chat away their time, gossip, talk about things that they are not supposed to be talking about. But the advocacies that we are doing to bring back that culture to Nigerians is saying that no, let the reverse be the order so that we can read. You can read at any moment. You can read any material at all, even if you are going to the toilet. You can read your piece of paper or whatever. In other words, there is no particular place that is earmarked for reading. Reading can take place anywhere, in your bedroom, in your parlor, anywhere at all. Yes, we have the library. That is where there is concentration of reading. But that does not mean that the library is the only place that you can go to read. So what we are saying is that anytime we are talking about reading amongst Nigerians, we want it established that we are talking of the type of reading that cuts across every segment of the society. Not just the reading that you do so as to pass your classroom examinations. We are talking of the type of reading that even as old as I am, I should be reading. As young as you are, you should be reading. Any segment at all of the society should be in a position to read. If you remember, when I was a Minister of State, we flagged off what we call the National Action Committee on Read campaign. And on that day, the guest speaker for the whole country that time was our former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. Other people came to read, other personalities. That time, Alhaji Umaru Yar'Adua was the president. He was represented by the FCT minister, who also read to the public. We had farmers. We had the blind who used Braille to read, telling people that when we are talking of reading, we are talking of reading that involves everybody, not just pupils, not just students who go to write or read exams. But of course, we agree that before you pass your exams, you must read and comprehend what you have read to be able to put it down in an exam situation. But reading does not exclude other types of people, the elders, the whatever. So this is what I know about reading.
Thank you, sir. Another thing I want to ask is that, events of this technology like phone and other things, like people, they like using them instead of reading.
No.
How
The point is that there is nothing wrong with using them side by side. There should be time for everything, isn't it? When it is time for reading, read. If you want to use your ICT, no problem. But what we quarrel with is when you devote your whole time to the using or usage of one at the expense of the other, to the extent that you see some of our young chaps, they are so inclined to the ICT usage that any moment you see them, they are pimping or whatever you call it, and it is the short messages that they are used to in such a way that if they want to say, how are you, they will write HW for how, A, and U is you instead of YOU. You know very well that if you go for an exam situation and you write like that, the examiner, the teacher, will definitely mark you wrong because you have not made any meaning. In other words, you can use your ICT, using that one to communicate to your colleagues, but know you that when you go to an exam situation or a formal standard situation, you should do your normal reading, normal writing. Therefore, I say that you can use both of them side by side, but not one at the expense of the other.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.